What's up guys, and welcome back to another video. Congratulations to England, who are the 2026 Nations Champions. They beat Italy with a much needed bonus point. France beat Ireland, which I think a lot of people thought maybe Ireland could do, but they couldn't. France, credit and respect to them for picking up a great victory over Ireland, who were looking good to possibly get a Six Nations title, but they didn't. For France to get it, they needed to get more than 30 points, and unfortunately for them, they weren't able to do it, therefore crowning England the 2026 Nations Champions, and extremely well deserved. They have played phenomenal rugby. Started off with a bit of an edge. They lost to France 24-17, but Eddie Jones, Owen Farrell and his team took it to the front, fought back, did everything they can in order to pick up the all-important victories that they needed. And credit and respect to England for becoming Six Nations champions. The trauma of the World Cup is now behind them, as a year ago today they lost to the Springboks, but now they are still showing the world that they are still a formidable team. They are still a force to be reckoned with and do not deserve to be taken lightly, and rightly so. They beat 5 phenomenal teams in the Six Nations tournament and are yet again champions. They last did it in 2017, so phenomenal stuff from them. It's been an absolutely crazy tournament filled with chaos, if we can say it. I mean, it started off with the bang, and then unfortunately COVID-19 hit the world by storm. The tournament was on hold. Thankfully, we got it back and we got to watch this tournament end the way it should have, a full tournament. And again, congratulations to England for winning the title. It was interesting games. They played well against Italy. Italy fought hard and trying to get it out there, but England deserving champions. Like I said, the France-Ireland game, so much excitement for it, but France held it to their own and deserving to win that game, and also deserve to get the credit that they should get for an outstanding performance. If we look at where France were last year, they weren't in the greatest space. World Cup, they showed some improvement, but in the Six Nations, they took it with heart and soul. A young team, a new coach, and they just took it in. And I think they deserve a hell of a lot more credit. And I think definitely a team to be on alert for. I mean, I know the World Cup's still a long way away, as we've only just hit a year since the final, but one thing's for sure, France are a team to watch out for, guys. They are going to be a force, and I really think they could do something special as we progress. And obviously the tournament's in the home ground. If we do a recap of the games, at halftime the score was 5-10 for the Italy-England game. Italy really taking on that first half, like I said, showing heart. But unfortunately for them, England just did what they needed to do in order to pick up the victory, and credit to them. But well done to Italy for really showing some heart against a team that needed a win, a team that are now Six Nations champions. If we look at the other game, Scotland-Wales. Unfortunately for Wales, not a good one for you guys. Scotland picking up the win, which was phenomenal for them. Unfortunately for Wales, they'll need to just forget about this, start the new tournament of the Autumn Champions Cup, and just go forward and move on now. The Six Nations is out, is gone, it's past. The dreadedness of what happened for Wales is now past. Focus on the future, focus on your team, and get back to where you were. Just remember, 1 year ago, you were Grand Slam champions. No Grand Slam champion in 2020. So just keep that in mind. You are still a great team, and you will bounce back. Like I said, France-Ireland game, 17-13 was the score at halftime. Then it's 35-27 final score. Ireland coming back, showing their moments, but just couldn't do it. And yes, there was talk about a referee call, and I know Johnny Sexton's been getting a little bit of flack. But at the end of the day, it's respect and credit to France. Hard luck to Ireland. Surely we know that you've definitely come a long way from what was last year. So the same goes for Wales. I feel it's just onwards and upwards from here. But Eddie Jones, Owen Farrell, take a bow. The Six Nations Cup is yours, and deservedly so. I'm excited to see what England have to produce. They're a tough bunch of players. I mean, Maritaji is an outstanding player. We've got Tom Curry, we've got Owen Farrell. I mean, the names, the numbers, they're phenomenal in England, and I think they also got to be considered as a massive threat going forward. I mean, they did beat the All Blacks in the semi-final, and they were favourites to win the World Cup final, but South Africa changed the strategy a year ago today, and it wasn't meant to be England's time, but winning the Six Nations puts their name still on the map and shows the world, watch out, we're coming. And what a stance it will be if England could possibly win the Autumn Nations Cup. That could be very interesting to see. But I believe a whole new slate has been cleaned. It's a whole new tournament. All these teams in the Six Nations, as well as Georgia and hopefully Fiji. I know COVID-19 seems to be hitting them, so fingers crossed that they could still make it in. But it's a new tournament. It's a new opportunity for these teams to really fight on. So Six Nations is done, but we got Autumn Nations Cup coming up in November, and it's going to be a cracking tournament, and I look forward to seeing that. So well done, England. Congratulations to all the English fans. You guys are champs. You deserved it, and I hope that your success continues to grow and we see some phenomenal rugby coming from you guys. So well done on that one. That's going to do it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, smash the thumbs up button, subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you all real soon for another one. Thanks so much for watching. Thanks so much for joining on the journey of the Six Nations. We will be covering the Autumn Nations, so hit that subscribe button. Let your family and friends know we're covering it all. Thanks so much for watching. Stay safe and never give up. Cheers.